He's working on his Doctor of Chiropractic right now. So he's going to be giving us a presentation today. Sign-in sheets. I have them right here. I'm going to pass them back and just initial by your name. There's 5 of them, but you only have to initial on one of them. All right, just to make sure it goes a lot quicker through it. So, Lance, floor is yours.
All right. How's everybody doing today? Good Cinco de Mayo? Not yet, right? We gotta wait a few hours till after work. Okay, so Patrick was telling me, you guys have these lunch and learns and everything. So he was telling me some of the subjects that come up and stuff. And he asked me to come down there and do it. I met Dr. White last time I was down here. And I was really excited to do this because, chiropractic is something that very near and dear to my heart and something that, I own, that, I'm all in about. But it's really skewed around the public about what is chiropractic. Is it neck and back pain? You hear a lot of crazy things about it, but I'm here to tell you, I'm here to give you the whole message right here. What is? It's not opinionated. It's all fact, and you guys hopefully maybe influence you guys a little bit. So let's start off. So Patrick is a health and wellness coordinator. I went to college with Patrick. I played college football with him, and when he called me, he told me, he's like, "Hey man, I got this really cool job. I'm the health and wellness director for an insurance company," and I was like, okay, at least they're not hiring you off looks, you know what I mean? So he's got the credentials for it and everything. So he asked me to come do this talk. So I want to start off with the first thing. I kind of want to connect everything, chiropractic, a health and wellness lifestyle, because this is what you guys are here for. So I want to ask the first question. We're going to ask a few questions. We got like 4, maybe 5. It's not going to be a test. But what is health? What is health? And one of you guys are going to answer this. So thanks for a second. Who do I want to see it? Does anybody want to raise their hand if somebody? That beautiful lady right there that's smiling right at me. Yep. Right there. Right there. Stand up for me. Just stand up for me. Tell me your name. Stand up for me. Just what do you think health is? Just give me a bullet point, whatever you want. Come on, stand up. Give me a quick, what is health? Do what? Overall good feeling. That's a good one. Anybody else? You, sir, right there. Do what? Well-being. Close. Actually, you were pretty close. But health and wellness are a little different, but they tie in together so very close. So health, this is the World Health Organization definition of health. That health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. I underlined a few things there. Complete physical, mental well-being. It's a state of complete. It's a state of, my heart is healthy. There is nothing wrong. We're firing on all cylinders kind of thing. You know what I mean? So what do you think is kind of skewed about health in America? Anybody? You, sir. Blue. What do you... See, we got him this time. That's in America. So what do you think health is skewed in America? Do you think there's something wrong with health in America?
No, we're all healthy.
I like the optimism. So... Wishful thinking, that's optimism. So I kind of want to... I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer and everything, but we are actually ranked... If you can't see this one, I actually had to kind of maximize a little bit for you. We're ranked 38th in the entire world in health. That's according to the World Health Organization, 2009, I believe. But why is that? Of all industrialized countries, I've traveled a lot. I probably couldn't even name 38 countries still. But why are we 38th among health in the entire world, and we're America, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? Nutrition's a big part of it. Any other parts? What do you guys think? Quantity? Say it one more time.
Not enough emphasis on the mental and emotional factors.
I like you. Close. With health in America, I've traveled a lot around the world, and every time I go back to Europe, it's hard. And I love America. I am a patriot through and through. But every time I go back, it's harder and harder, especially with our politics, to be proud about. To be proud about being American, because they all think this is literally what they think. They think our hamburgers are this big, kind of true. They think that we don't walk anywhere. They think we don't exercise. We're either super fit, a bodybuilder, or they think we're lethargic, lazy. That's pretty much what they think of us, and they think we're racist too. Sadly, that's everybody tells me that when I travel. So, what is wellness? This is a selfie of me, by the way. I took it earlier. What is wellness? Pink shirt right there. Yes, ma'am. What is wellness?
Wellness is taking good care of your fitness.
Taking good care of your fitness. That's a good one. Who's the one that said well-being? Who said it? You said that? You're actually pretty on the dot right there. Oh, I was supposed to put the slide up first. Thank you, please wait. Wellness. Look at this definition of wellness. 1961 by an MD, Howard Dunn. An integrated method of functioning which is orientated toward maximizing the potential of which the individual is capable. It requires that the individual maintain a continuum of balance and purposeful direction within the environment where he is functioning. It's a pretty big definition, but it encompasses really the well-being of somebody. Is that correct? Did you guys like that definition? Yeah, shake your head. Yes. Yeah. This is actually me right there. I was skiing in the Alps, actually in Austria. But kind of the only reason I put that up there was it took me, if I wouldn't have lived a strive for a wellness lifestyle, then I would not have been able to make it all the way up there. So it just kind of shows you, if you want to achieve, some great things, you have to live a wellness lifestyle as far as some thriving things, So next, the big question. Build the bridge from what you said right there, sir. Health is a state of the body. Wellness is a state of being. We can all agree on that. We kind of bridge the gap right there. Big question right here. Dr. White took a selfie, by the way. I couldn't get far away from what. So okay, I don't really know what kind of answers I'm going to get right here, but what is chiropractic? Manipulation?
Adjustment for health and wellness.
Do what?
Adjustments for health and wellness.
I like you too. You're close, man. You're close. I'll tell you the difference in a second. Is it anybody else have a definition?
I would say realignment of the spine.
Realignment of the spine. That's part of it right there. Thank you. Dang it, I forgot to do it again. So chiropractic is a natural form of healthcare that uses specific adjustments to correct spinal misalignments, we call them subluxations, in order to restore proper balance and function to the nervous system in order for all systems of the body to operate at their maximum potential. So you see you see these words that I've kind of underlined and read throughout health, wellness, and chiropractic. Maximizing potential, specific, proper, balance, function. You kind of see these words pop up a lot, don't you? So kind of in America, I'm kind of going to go back a little bit. With health in America, you have two models really. You have the health and wellness model, and then you have kind of a diagnostic and treating model. A lot of people think that DC, like chiropractors, DCs, and MDs are kind of really against each other, but they're not. They're not at all. There's ignorant people in every profession, no matter what it is, business, I don't care. And those are the people that really throw a stink about it. But I have friends in medical school, I have friends in PT school that when we all bridge the gap with each other. Me and Dr. White, we talked a little bit about it at dinner one time. But where the kind of the problem is in America, I believe, that if we're striving, we have this huge gap of kind of just we're not healthy and we don't really know why. Part of it mostly is nutrition, honestly, and lack of exercise. But what starts us on that road right there? And kind of this past 5 years, America's been on this huge incline of wellness. You see that like CrossFit, all this. Have you guys seen a little trends like that? More people running, trying to get back into it. But do you think chiropractic fits in a wellness and health model, or do you think they fit in a diagnostic, treating, and prescribing model? Which one do you think they fit in? Health and wellness, right? There is nothing wrong with the medical model. Medical models save millions, billions of lives. But health and if you're talking about health and wellness, chiropractic fits that model better than an MD. I have friends that are MDs, very good friends that are MDs. But as far as we're talking scope, which lane are you in? If you want to live a health and wellness lifestyle, chiropractic is the relevant doctor that kind of stabilizes that. And we're going to talk a little bit about that right here. I like this picture right here. Chiropractic focuses on the relationship of body, structure, and function. You see these words pop up again. And how the relationship affects the restoration and preservation of health. So what chiropractic does is, all chiropractic does, there is no power in the adjustment. There's a lot, I've seen some crazy guys out there, and I'm pretty bold saying this, there's no power in the adjustment. There is no supernatural thing. The power is within the human body. All chiropractic does is remove interference from the brain cell communicating with the tissue cell. Does that kind of make sense a little bit? See, a lot of people think chiropractic is neck and back pain. But what it really is if I talk about health and wellness, and you're kind of like, why is neck and back pain, But we are really good. We are very good at helping neck and back pain, and we're happy to do that stuff. But chiropractors, they don't see neck and back pain. We don't look at symptoms. We look at the body as a whole and remove interference from the nervous system so your body can optimize and express itself at a full 110%. If you're watering your garden and Patrick's tricycle is laying on the water hose, and you're just having a little trickle out of your faucet or out of your garden hose, the garden's still going to get watered, right? Check it out. Yeah. The garden's still going to get watered, but it's not going to have the same quantity of water. It's not going to have the same quality of life. Your garden's not going to be flourish. The garden next door is going to look a lot better than yours. So, but if you remove the interference from the faucet, from the faucet to the end of the garden hose, then your garden will flourish. The garden is the body. Your faucet or your water hose is the nervous system. All you have to do is remove the interference and let the body allow itself to express itself. Does that kind of make sense to you guys a little bit? Has anybody ever fallen asleep on their arm before? And you kind of get up and like you can't even move it or anything like that? That's kind of fun sometimes, but so what's happening right there? We're cutting off nerve flow, right? To the muscles. So the same thing can happen to your organs. The same thing can happen to your heart, your lungs, pancreas, whatever it may be. The same thing can happen. So what do you think the repercussions of that would be? A little bit. It gets a little bit more serious. Would you agree? Yeah. So what's the big idea? Structure, function, expression. We use the skeletal system. We adjust so nerve flow can express itself from the brain cell to the tissue cell. Function, nervous system, and expresses life within us all. Kind of makes sense a little bit? Anybody have questions at all right now? No? So what happens is when this disrupts, we call it a subluxation, a misalignment in the spine, a misalignment anywhere in the skeletal system, causes a disruption in the expression of life. So what chiropractors do, all we do is go in, analyze, orthopedic, neurological tests, anything, X-ray, and we go in, we remove the interference to allow the body to express itself the best way. Let's see what we got next. The nervous system. The nervous system, if you guys take away anything from today, the nervous system is the master and controlling communication system in the entire body. What controls the body? The nervous system. What controls the body? Nervous. There you go. That's all I wanted to hear. You guys are good. I like you guys. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is like, okay, did you even realize you had that many spinal nerves? You got that many nerves in your entire body? It's kind of crazy, right? It looks like a skeleton itself. So how easy would it be to just put some interference down on it if any stress is in life? So what causes a subluxation, really? It's the body not adapting to something, whether it be physical, chemical, or emotional. So if I fall, I can get back up. I'm pretty good. If somebody else falls that's not in the same state of health or wellness as me, they feel it a little more. They could have their back hurts a little bit, their shoulder, their neck a little bit. Their body didn't adapt to that stress. Does that make sense? So it's all about our body, what kind of health we're in, what kind of wellness we're in, that our body can adapt, that our body can express itself to where we can withstand chemical, physical, emotional stresses. Right here, this is the safety pin cycle. This is like the most simple thing. We learned this they show this as like try ones, high school kids. The brain, the body, you're connected, your alignment, you have normal function, you're at ease. Brain, the body. If you're disconnected, if you're subluxated, then you're misaligned, you're in abnormal function. I mean, it's abnormal malfunction in disease. So where would you rather be in? If I had two cars exactly identical, they look the exact same on the outside, they have the same tires, the same, the same everything, the same mileage, but one has got its oil changed regularly, and the other, maybe he's had like 2 or 3 in its entire life. They look the exact same on the outside. Which one are you going to buy? The one that gets their oil changed, right? So with chiropractic, it's the same way with the human body. A lot of people say, I get this a lot, like, well, why do I have to come back more? Why do I have to come back more than once? Well, there's really no one-stop fixes in life, really. There's no magic pill. There's no, for health and for achieving health and wellness, you can have that adjustment that takes away the pain, but if you do the same thing every day, the same occurrences, you're going to be subluxated again. So what happens if you go to the gym, you do the 21-day cleanse? Let's do this. 21-day cleanse, you feel great afterwards. What happens when you stop doing that? What happens? You regress, right? And you're just like, well, what the heck? What happens if you go to the gym for 4 months straight, you're looking good, it's summertime, and then you stop? You regress, right? So with chiropractic is a lifestyle, more or less. A lot of people say, well, I feel great leaving, but after a few weeks, I just feel bad again. I kind of feel bad because you're not used to it. Your body is a well-oiled machine, the most intelligent thing on the face of this earth, and it's supposed to be able to express itself 110%. So if you get adjusted, you feel great for a little bit. Some people, their adjustments stick for months, But some people, they got to come back a little more than others because they're not in the same state of health and wellness as other people. Does that make sense? Is that fair to say? So when you're talking pain model, a lot of people think chiropractic, neck and back pain. That's the pain model. That's not principled chiropractic, what we're taught. We're really good at it. But we strive for health and wellness with each one of our patients. And we know not everybody's going to be like that, but you still strive for that. We're going to look at the neck and back pain as indicators, but we want to strive for health and wellness of each patient, especially with this huge wellness movement rolling in America. Chiropractic is the keystone to all that. If you stack good nutrition, functional movement on top of all of that, boosting cellular metabolism, you're moving around, you're adjusted, you're in line. You can the sky's the limit with you. You're thinking clearly, you're moving clearly, you're strong, you're healthy. That's a little better than being not in health and wellness and then being subluxated most of your life. Does that agree? Do you guys agree on that? That's kind of cool, yeah. So you just heard me talk about cellular metabolism. The liver regenerates itself every 6 weeks. The stomach every 3 to 4 to 5 days, and the heart regenerates its own cells every 4 to 5 months. So you're either in two processes in life. Your body either replaces normal cells, it just goes through its cycle, okay, or replaces abnormally, which that's where this comes in. The normal cells right here, and then you start. If you're in a state of disease, you're not adapting right. It doesn't mean you're going to feel the symptoms right away, because like I said, the heart takes 4 to 5 months to reproduce its cells. So if you do that on a span over time, what happens? You start accumulating abnormal cells. This is an extreme situation. I'm not saying if you don't get adjusted, you're going to get cancer. But if you reproduce the wrong cells, though, if you're in that state and your cells are reproducing the wrong way because it's not getting, your body's not adapting to a stress and your body's not getting the right neural input, you're going to start reproducing abnormally. This is disease right here. This is where kind of disease sits a little bit. It can go all the way. It can go all the way to cancer. That's where cancer is. Heart disease takes 4 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years, and then cancer itself, different types. That's take all the way up to, or a coronary heart disease, and then cancer takes up to 10 years. So your body can be in this state of reproducing abnormal cells, and you really don't even know it because you're not in a state of health and wellness in chiropractic. It's not a chiropractic lifestyle. But if you go to a chiropractor, if anybody you go to a chiropractor and you say, I want to be on a wellness care plan, give me one spot, I get adjusted once a month, I feel great. Then your body can therefore adapt to any stresses in life the best it can. You stack nutrition, you have functional movement, which Patrick offers. Oh, it's so cool. Like he was telling me, what you guys do, the stretching classes, the foam rolling, all this exercise stuff. If you stack that on top of that, you're ensuring a proactive life. Does that make sense? Chiropractic is a preventative, proactive form of healthcare. Whereas what I was talking to you, like the scope of practice, medical model is more get sick, get diagnosed, get treated. Chiropractic, proactive, we want to see you on a health and wellness lifestyle to prevent disease further along. The people I know, I get adjusted once a week, and I haven't gotten sick since I've been under chiropractic care, really. You have the occasional, stuffy nose or something like that, but I let my body adapt to it. I push fluids, I push vitamin C, I get adjusted, and my body adapts to it, and my immunity is stronger after that. Because the adjustment, when you adjust the spine, white blood cells boost. So if you let your body adapt a little bit, instead of just throwing, medicine at it. Medicine's not bad. In our world, what we believe, what we tell people, chiropractic first, drugs, pharmaceutical second, surgery third. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a very invasive lifestyle. Do you guys agree to that? There's a time and place for medicine. My grandfather, he's still here because of modern medicine, and that's awesome. But if you want to live a health and wellness lifestyle, chiropractic, that's kind of the cornerstone of it all. So it's kind of easy to understand right here. These are really cool little anecdotes. Train derailing, misaligned spine, scoliosis. That's one of the huge things that we see. We can work with scoliosis on a curve less than 20 degrees, and we see great results. But after that, there's a limitation of matter on everything. But are you guys kind of getting the big picture a little bit? You guys, is it changing your mind just a little bit? Like, I didn't think about it like that before. Shake your head, yes. Yeah. So chiropractic, right there, improves health, quality of sleep, mental focus, lifestyle, stress, happiness, well-being. The list goes on, and that's from us. Our main goal in chiropractic is to pull the body back to homeostasis, back to what it was designed to do. You know what I mean? As human beings, we were not designed to sit for hours on end. We were designed, hunter-gatherers, moving constantly, resting for periods of time, eating, living in a more active lifestyle. And in today's society, we're kind of lethargic. Myself included, I'm in school from 8 to 5. So you have to kind of adapt to what life throws at you. I try to exercise every day still. I exercise, mostly every day. I try to eat as good as I can. But there's still times whenever, me personally, I was telling Dr. White this, I love brisket tacos. Brisket tacos, a bucket of ranch, and buffalo wings. That's my kind of weakness. You know what I mean? Is everybody there with me right there? Everybody's thinking yeah, I have that little weakness right there. But that's my killer. But I allow myself to do that because I strive for a health and wellness lifestyle. I eat, good when I can. I get adjusted very frequently so my body can adapt. Like I said, the gut replaces its cells every 4 to 5 days. So once you, kind of going off the path a little bit, but this whole gluten outburst in America right now, do you guys see that a little bit? This gluten-free menus, that's all from leaky gut syndrome. It's, when the gut's membrane permeability, it allows the proteins in the gluten to go through it, and the body builds a response off of it. The body inflames, it recognizes it as a foreign response, it inflames, and it builds an immunological response. So therefore, every time you eat that food, because just the way it responds to the gut, your gut lining is getting beat up on, and it's leaking into your system. So every time you eat that food, you're going to, boom, inflame, immunological response. So now you can't even eat that food anymore. So with me personally, I eat stuff with gluten all the time, but I'm trying to be big on leafy greens. I eat my protein. I try to stay as active as I can. I get adjusted frequently to let my body adapt to those stresses whenever I want a brisket taco. It's kind of a cool. Is that like you guys get that a little bit? It's an interesting way to put it, right? So what do Americans? This is more like Look at that thing right there. How many of you guys can relate to that a little bit? Yeah? Actually, it was really cool. We walked into Dr. White's office, and he had one of those, what do you call them? Varidesk. Those things that pop up and you're standing. I know a lot of chiropractors, they don't even allow their CAs to sit. They're standing at all times with either the Varidesk or they put the counters up in their offices, so they're always moving, and they're living a wellness lifestyle, a health and wellness and chiropractic lifestyle, working. You know what I mean? So it's not, it's talking the talk, but walking the walk as well. I mean, a really big thing that I base a lot of my stuff on is forward head posture, right there. You want a nice circle. The spine is curved, right? You guys, everybody's seen a spine. You want a nice curve in your neck. With technology these days, so some people call it text neck. Yeah, it's really not. I mean, that's like kind of a slang way to put it. But everybody's looking down. We're finding kids now, teenagers and stuff, with reverse cervical curves. And when you reverse your cervical curve, you're cutting off the airway. The brain takes 20% of the oxygen that you intake. So if you're decreasing the oxygen of the brain, what is that? You can just think of a cascade of effects. If you're decreasing your hemoglobin levels, the oxygen to the heart in your blood, that just cascades down. You can relate that all the way down to coronary heart disease, just from a cervical curve issue. This is from posture. This is from subluxation, from the brain not being able to adapt, the brain not being able to communicate to the tissue cell, just because of where we're at in our society right now. This is my favorite meme of all time. A lot of people tell me this. They're like, oh, I don't push chiropractic on anybody. I just let them kind of come to me whenever, the time is right. Even my parents, my dad, the other day, I haven't seen him in, it'd be a couple months. He's like, oh, no, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But he always comes back and everything, and your family's the hardest to do it. But if you have a spine and you have a nervous system, then you express life. Do you want to express it? How do you want to express it? This is my biggest question to you guys for today, and answer it in your own heads. I kind of moved over a little bit. How are you expressing? How are you expressing life? Oh, dang, you got to think a little bit now. But, it's one of those things that health and wellness only takes one simple decision, and it's just commitment, but it's a commitment to a better lifestyle. Companies like this is really cool. When Patrick told me he got this job, I was like, wow. I was like, this whole America's on this movement, but then corporate America as well is on this movement. And then to allow, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to work out at lunch, and I'm the same way a lot. But it's like, was it the 20th floor? I mean, 20 times a round's a mile or something like that. I mean, that is so cool. They put in a huge wellness facility for you guys. And he was telling me, it wasn't too long after when he started working with people a lot, that one of the ladies that lowered her blood pressure medication down, or got off her blood pressure medication. I was like, man, that is cool. That is awesome, And that's high blood pressure is reflexive of a health and wellness lifestyle, of a bad health and wellness lifestyle, a lack thereof. So, imagine if you can live a health and wellness lifestyle, any prescriptions that you're on. We're not going to call anybody out or anything, but just think about it. If you started living a health and wellness lifestyle, if you started living a chiropractic lifestyle, if you started getting adjusted once a month, lower medical doctor visits, lower outpatient procedures. Let's go back to, boom, right there in the bottom corner. Right there. That's from the American Chiropractic Society 2013 research. A lot of people, they go back pain, they go into that scope, diagnosing and treating. You get prescribed, painkillers, anything like that. Instead of, where's the problem at? How can we fix it? Where's the misalignment at in the spine in order to pull the body back to ease? Allow the brain to communicate with the tissue cell to allow a proper cascade of health and wellness. Does that make sense, guys? Check your head again. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Because when me and my group of friends, we travel a lot, and I get adjusted frequently. I live a health and wellness lifestyle. But my friends, they don't really do. But guess who gets adjusted all the time whenever we travel? We're on and off planes all the time. They do. I don't. But my body can adapt to it very well. And I'm always on the go, and they're kind of lethargic a little bit. But, they're always getting adjusted. And it keeps them kind of moving a little bit. I don't know. It's odd. But I'm gonna leave here with this. Thomas Edison, the doctor of the future, will give no medicine, but will instruct his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause of prevention of disease. That's pretty big, isn't it? Thomas Edison, he was a pretty important guy, I guess, you know? But, you know, when you think about that, what do you think of, really? A chiropractor fits that pretty well if you look at a chiropractor in the right lens, in the lens that we're designed to be in. We come in, we assess the body, our main goal is pull it back to homeostasis. We want the brain communicating with the tissue cell, subluxation free, so it can express itself at its maximum potential. So, next time you see a chiropractor, or seek one out, or think about a chiropractor, think about that. And there's a lot of chiropractors, they sell out to the pain-based model. They sell out to the insurance game, and they market, you know, pain management, and that's not what chiropractic is about, you know. Chiropractic is about health and wellness and service to their patients. Really, that's all it is. Like, I mean, I was going to say this, but Galveston is actually on my top 4 places that I want to practice that I'm looking at practicing in the next 2 years after I graduate. But I love it here. You guys are awesome and everything. Every time I come down and see Patrick, it's, you know, Galveston has its own little persona. I feel like, you know, it's way. I'm not gonna say it's better than Dallas, but it's a lot less traffic than Dallas. But any questions, any hate mail, I'll welcome both. If I haven't offended anybody, then I haven't done my job, obviously. But, you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on all that, you know, dang kid stuff. But I'm on email as well. If you have any kids at all that are in college that are wanting to pursue they're really big into health and wellness, they don't really know what they want to do a lot, have them contact me. I'll talk to them about chiropractic as a future. It's an amazing profession. We're very unique. We're the only ones that do what we do. We're in this scope of practice. We're an open portal of entry as a doctor, and we seek health and wellness and a good life for our patients. That's to me, it's the dream. But everybody else has their own passion, and that's amazing. So thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Thank you for American National. That's, you know, really companies like that. American National truly stands on the shoulders of giants in the corporate world because they allow you guys, they give you guys the access to live a health and wellness lifestyle. So thank you guys very much. God bless.
All right, thank you, Lance. With the sign-in sheets, if you have those or the person in the grocery has, just bring them up here to the front. And if you haven't signed in, make sure